Hi everybody, it's Mr. Kosterman here, and I am so excited to have the opportunity to share with you what our plans are for next year's marching band show. I know that there's been a lot of uncertainty over the past few months, but I've really loved getting to work on this with our staff and our design team. I really hope that everybody getting to see and hear a little bit about our show for next year will give everybody something to be excited about for the fall. So let's go ahead and reveal our 2020 Mighty Hawk Band Marching Band Show production. The title of our show is Sol et Luna, which is Latin for sun and moon. Throughout the show, we'll be representing the sun and the moon in various ways with music and visual soloists, as well as props, stages, and other design elements. What you see here is a sketch of our guard uniform. In addition to this uniform that most of our guard members will be wearing, we're also going to have a soloist representing the moon. While we don't have a sketch of that costume yet, here's an idea of what that might look like. We're also planning to have a soloist that represents the sun. We also don't have a sketch of that uniform yet, but here's an idea of what those colors might look like. Throughout the show, we plan to feature musical and visual soloists on stages at the front of the field. One of the stages will be designed to represent the moon, and another will be designed to represent the sun. We also plan to have 14 10-foot ladders that will help us to manipulate the shape and environment of our field. This image gives you an idea of what those ladders might look like and how we could use those to also help hide guard equipment. These two images help to show a few different ideas of how we could set up the field with those ladders. In the bottom image, you can also see that we have panels at the front of the field that help reinforce the colors and the concept of the sun and the moon. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the music and movements of the show. It'll start with an introduction. In the introduction, there's a trombone solo with front ensemble accompaniment. We'll also be using two flags, one which introduces the sun and another which introduces the moon. Let's take a look at those. After the introduction, the first part of the show is all about the sun, or sol. This movement begins with a percussion interlude, and it also includes a woodwind feature and a brass feature. Let's go ahead and listen to those features and take a look at the flag. The next movement is all about the moon, or luna. This movement begins and ends with a flute and alto sax duet, and in between there's also a flugelhorn and concert snare drum duet. Let's take a listen to that section of the show and take a look at the flag. In the third and final movement of the show, the sun and the moon come together. This movement begins with a percussion-only feature, and during this movement we might be able to bring the stages together to help represent the sun and moon joining together. I really hope that you enjoyed getting to hear about what our show's going to be next year. I think right now it's really important for us to all remember that we have each other as the Mighty Hawk Band family, and we have a lot to look forward to in the future. Thank you all so much. I miss you all a ton, and hopefully we'll be able to be all together very, very soon. Bye, everybody.